The man who loves you is going to hurt your feelings. When a man truly cares about you, he will correct you because real love does not applaud your. When he corrects you, he risks the attitude, the slam doors, the flying frying pan, the whole week on the couch just to keep you from wrecking yourself. When your trainer screams at you for giving half reps, why? It's because he wants you to win. When your boss drags you into the office, he wants better performance. When your man calls you out, it means he wants you to be the best version of you forever. If he just watches you gain weight, flirt with idiots, act like a hoe online, ruin your reputation, and says nothing, you're not his woman. You're his for now girl. When he finally says, this isn't you, level up, his heart is pounding. He knows the pan might fly across the room, and he also knows that the couch is waiting for him. But watching you shrink hurts him more than any of that ever could. Boys say, you're perfect, queen, never change. Real men say, you're fire, but this habit is trash, and I am not letting it dim you or me anymore. One keeps you comfortable, the other one keeps you becoming greater. Your group chat will hype up every delusion. Yes, girl, leave him. He's toxic. Only a man who loves you will play the victim for 5 minutes so you can thank him for the rest of your life. If he's never made you cry with truth, he's never made you grow. Real love bruises your ego at times so your soul can build itself up again. Men, say the hard thing. Dodge the pan if you have to. She'll hate you today, but respect you forever. If he's never corrected you, he doesn't love you. He's just enjoying the current version until something better shows up. Tag the one who needs to hear this right now.
Am I the astronaut for falling out of love with my wife after she took a 7-week vacation? I, 32 male, have been married to my wife, 30 female, for 4 years, and we've been together for 8. She is a stay-at-home mom. We have Irish twins, 1 female, 2 male, which was incredibly taxing for my wife. She wanted a solo vacation break for a few weeks where she could travel to different states, visit her high school and college friends, go to concerts, and do a lot of fun stuff. She asked if I would be okay with it. I asked if she could make it maybe a couple of weeks shorter because 7 weeks managing our 2 children alone sounded really daunting, especially since work was also getting taxing recently. I do work remote, so at least that worked in my favor. Hold up. This is a 1 and a 2-year-old, and she just up and asks if she can leave for 7 weeks so she can go see friends and go to concerts? My wife and I discussed it for a couple of days, and I ultimately agreed with her that she did deserve a break because of what she has been through the past few years, and she took her vacation. The first week managing our children alone was extremely difficult, and I did feel like I was losing my mind, but I survived. My sister came over to help me for the second week on and was honestly a lifesaver, and I will be eternally grateful to her. I never directly asked her to help me, but I guess I indirectly did, because when my sister called me at the end of the first week, I basically broke down in tears. So from the second week on, my sister stayed over at my house to help with my children, and a huge burden had been lifted off my shoulders. I also was really able to focus on work and meet my deadlines. To be brutally honest, I did not miss my wife at all. I was emotionally and mentally relaxed, and also had a lot of fun with my kids and my sister. I felt a sense of betrayal that my wife had actually gone through with the 7-week vacation. I slowly fell out of love with my wife. When my wife came back from her vacation, she was super refreshed and recharged, but to be honest, I was a bit indifferent. My wife tried to initiate the first night she came back, which I rejected because I said I wasn't feeling it. The subsequent days, I had the same level of indifference in our day-to-day life, and she probably noticed it but didn't say anything. A week later, she asked me why I was like this, and I told her I don't love her anymore. She apologized for taking this 7-week vacation and asked if there was anything she could do to fix it. I told her no. We pretty much went through the motions for the next couple of weeks before I finally decided that I wanted a divorce. She seemed devastated when I brought up the divorce, which surprised me because I already told her I don't love her anymore. She asked if we could do couples therapy or marriage counseling first before I started looking for a divorce lawyer, and I told her I needed some time to think about it. I spent a few days thinking about it, and I'm still leaning towards a divorce, but basically, I don't love my wife anymore, and I don't think marriage counseling can fix it. Am I the astronaut for falling out of love with my wife because she has a 7-week vacation?
Do you think you've truly been loved?
No.
No. And do you think you really have experienced loving someone?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
And when you can't get that love back?
What I learned, it's not that I'm not lovable, it's that they're not capable.
They can't love.
they don't have it in them.
They
They
have
need
nothing.
to appreciate the little person inside of
They
them.
have
They
little
need to
to
love
give.
them. Yeah.
You've been in a relationship with
And
people.
they gave me what they had.
Right, but
They
it's not
gave me
enough.
all of it. Every time.
But it's this much. It's
All the
little bit.
rings, all the things I could ever want.
Right.
They tried to give me the houses, the rings, the marriage, all of it. But
They didn't love you
they didn't,
and didn't know you.
and I didn't love myself.
Right. It's tough. This is some journey, right?
It is.
And you know, I was thinking about your music. Most of your songs are about love. They really are.
They're all
And
about love.
Who on earth are you married and you can't even cuddle or hug or kiss your husband?
Haven't touched in 3 years. My wife is completely disconnected. What do I do?
I used to be excited when my partner would stop trying to initiate intimacy with me because then I didn't have to feel guilty for constantly rejecting him. But I wasn't interested. I didn't feel it in my body. I love him very much and I'm attracted to him. I just didn't feel desire in my body. But then I start getting anxious and paranoid because I no longer feel desired. And I'm worried that he is running around finding it in other places. And I've been cheated on before. So my brain is going through all of these scenarios. But what really was happening was he was just tired of being rejected.
If you feel like you're married to your roommate, basically in a marriage with no intimacy, let me tell you how it's going to play out. First, you're going to convince yourself that everything is okay because you love the other person as a person. They're a very good person. Even though you're not in love with them, they're your partner, you have an arrangement. It just works out. And while you're lying to yourself, trying to convince yourself that you'll never find a passionate love, your self-worth is going to take a major hit. Because in this marriage, you're not fully seen and you're not able to express your own desires. A big part of you is starving and feels completely trapped. So what happens next? You meet somebody who sees the starving part of you and you begin to intimately connect, whether this is physical or just emotional, but there is an intimate connection between you and the other person who sees you. Next thing you know, you're having an affair and doing things you never thought you were capable of.
He asked his wife for intimacy and she told him to go find a girlfriend. The same woman who once said, if you cheat, I'm gone.
If I show too much interest, I'm love bombing. If I played cool, I am emotionally unavailable. If I'm too nice, I am boring. And if I'm too strict, I'm toxic. Bro, this generation doesn't want partners, bro. They want love in different types of personality subscriptions, bro. You want consistency and not clinginess. You want space but not distance. You want efforts but not pressure. What do you want? What do you want? Show care, it's cringe. Show chill, it's a sin. And no matter what, you just can't win. At this point, I am not dating. I'm just applying for emotional permits. Slips. Bills. A bill for love it seems. What? Where are we, bro? Chill, bro.
Let me show you how dumb you sound. Because I don't mind telling women that they're dumb. You're pretty, but you're dumb.
I'm not dumb, my love. I have a 4.0 GPA. I have a double major. I speak 6 languages.
And you're not using it.
I'm using it. I'm just saying.
You do
the
soccer
truth.
and you work the nightlife.
Look, I went to a prestigious university, but I'm not going to throw that in anyone's face. But like, you're not intelligent, okay? I'm just going to be very honest with you here.
I am intelligent. Everyone out there knows.
You can't critically think because you're making an argument for the 10% statistically insignificant, which is a low IQ
see
move.
all my awards that I won in college as unique 6 language speaker.
But here's the thing, like...
Are you crying?
Yes, I am.
Bruh. Chris. This thing is an... What are you crying for, man?
Whoa.
Bro, so no one's ever told her she's dumb or what? Like, what the fuck, man?
I don't know.
Listen, man, you know, life is tough.
For real.
You still play the
Honestly, she needs this. She needs this.
No,
the music's still going. She needs this, bro. Like, she needs this reality check. Like, she's trying to make an argument for the 10%.
Cut the music, man. Why are you saying I'm stupid if you don't know me?
I don't have to know you to say that what you said is stupid.
I
That
have
was very
friends and
stupid.
you don't have friends. I'm sorry. Like, if I have male friends, it's because they're my fucking friends. Like, what's the problem?
You're making an argument for the 10%.
It doesn't matter. matter. And you're making an argument of 90%.
Yeah, that matters. That matters.
Okay, this matters. I didn't say it doesn't matter or it matters. I just say a fact, and that's it.
That's
all
not a fact.
about it.
Okay. Hey man, you're still dumb.
And it can sound, it can really sound, it can sound, heartless. And, like you've been a little bit too, you overdoing it with a lot of these modern women. But a lot of these modern women, they've never been talked to like that. You try to tell them something and they don't hear you. So eventually men just get upset and they get tired. Your friends will do that with you. Your friends will sit there and listen to your BS. But men don't have time for that. There's so many other they don't have time for it, and they don't want to make time for it. You sit up there talking nonsense, and a man's trying, no, that is not the way it is. Oh, in my world, this. Your world is not the totality of everything going on. I'm telling you, that does not exist outside of your world. Well, my friend, that does not exist. I will group all of you in together. That does not exist outside of y'all's world. You're making an argument for the 10%. This is what the reality of it is. Once you get out of your little friends group, this is what you're going to see. And modern women don't like to hear that.
I'm getting ready to pick all this up. I come in with gifts for you and everybody else, and the first thing you want to do is talk about what's on the counter. I don't need to talk about that. I haven't left. I know I need to clean this up. I'm not going to dirty up what you done cleaned up. That ain't even how I get down. But I come home 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2. Not even enough to make a mess for real. And the first thing you want to do is go griping at folks. I just made it in. What you want me to do?
I mean, it's a trash can right there.
The trash can ain't even right there. It's just a bag on the floor. The trash can is by the refrigerator.
Okay, so
but I got a bag right here to throw the stuff away in.
But
you didn't give me no time.
Just don't leave
but
it
you
on
know
time
what?
alone.
You know what? Let me not pay the rent on time. Huh? Let me give you something to really fuss about then. Huh? Because staying here ain't cheap. And I'm going out there busting my face, blood, sweat, and tears to make sure that you got a place to sleep and somewhere to take a shower comfortably. We're in a nice neighborhood, not no bad one. And I'm giving my all to make sure that you ain't gotta be nowhere you don't want to be. Give me some time to get situated when I come to the house. I'm gonna make sure I clean up after myself. I'm not no child, I'm a grown man. Respect me. Or else I will gladly be late for the rent next month. Cause come on now. Folks ain't playing out here. They taking benefits from folks that's on Section 8 and food stamps. I'm doing everything I can to make sure we ain't on Section 8 and food stamps. That dog on it. Cleaning up my trash. I hate to be this bag right now because I'm about to destroy the bag because you ain't gave me no time to even come up in the house and clean up after myself. We just sat stuff down so we can kind of move around a little bit. You go doing all this hollering all willy-nilly. I'm about to whoop the do you and what? Jesus be my strength because you trying me today. And I'm about to eat some more of your popsicles. Boy, I'm too fast.
Mother forever be single because ain't nobody finna cuff her. You talking about, bitch, this whole damn nation want to settle down. Hell no, keep you talking about. I ain't taking worn down. I'm all out of parts. My little need to be up and running. You talking about I'm not taking no hand me down. You blew out. You might as well keep getting blew out. You talking about you out your rabbit ass mind. I need fine to be up and running. Untouched, brand new. You talking about I take a minimum mileage, but
So we talked about down the road and the potential of us getting married and having kids. How do you feel about a prenup?
I mean, I have been exposed to so many women that are moms, that are married in relationships that they're going through a divorce process and they have nothing.
Yeah.
And they're starting literally from ground zero. One of my biggest fears is, you know, thinking you have everything and you're good and then just getting the rug pulled out from underneath you. So I never want to be in a position where that happens to me.
Yeah. Okay, so in my personal opinion, like you lived your entire life without me in it until a few weeks ago. Like coming into it, you should keep whatever you've built. And I should keep whatever I built. Now, once we start together on a journey of marriage and down that path, then we put everything 50-50.
Yeah,
But I do think a prenup is necessary for the both of us.
Yeah. I just hear so much regret and they wish they could have done something differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Talking about divorce already feels so unnatural. I don't want to talk about that. It makes me realize that we really have been living in a bubble, and in reality, we kind of really just met.
I just don't even, I don't know.
Disturbing video about a married woman who played a prank about wanting to divorce her husband, which resulted in their divorce.
I took some stupid advice from some of my girlfriends regarding a joke that they have done with their husbands or boyfriend. The joke is basically telling your partner that you want to break up or that you want a divorce.
Bro, your friends hate you.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. First of all, these friends are terrible.
Well, I never wanted to do it and thought it was cruel to do, especially to someone you love. But I was convinced after they kept pestering me about it, as I was the only one that hasn't done it yet out of the 5 of us. They further convinced me about it when they told me the reactions their partner had afterwards. Stupidly, I did it last week, and my husband's reaction wasn't what I thought it would be.
So I'll explain the rest. She was just in the house on a random night with her husband and said to him, like, I'm not happy anymore. I want a divorce. And she says he didn't respond. He got up, packed up a bag, left, and cut off contact with her completely.
I mean, let's face it. There's every possibility, depending on how seriously she delivered the line, that he's never going to believe that it was supposed to be a joke.
Yeah. I got him in here cooking tonight after he worked 12 hours. See, this is what you need to do when you come home from work. Just like I do every other night, okay? I know he's going to say, well, you should be cooking every night because I pay the bills. But guess what? Guess what, buddy? That's not how it's going to work around here. You're going to put in some extra work when you get home.
Well, why don't you go in there while I'm doing this?
Because I need to make sure you're doing it correctly. What are you talking about? Don't try to push me out of my kitchen.
Yeah, well, you don't need to be up in my space while I'm cooking.
I'm not in your space. I'm just monitoring the situation. I'm making sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. And when you're done, you're going to clean all those dishes in that sink. Because they're not going to do themselves, and I sure ain't going to do them. Not after the day that I had staying home all day. I'm stressed out.
If you ever wondered what it would look like for a wife to completely hate her husband yet stay with him, this is it. With that being said, I think that the only path that this man has is to understand that there is no reversing or healing her resentment. It is too far gone, and the fact is that if he continues to just follow her demands, it's only going to get worse for him. So look, he's got 2 choices here. Either one, if he wants a relationship at some point, he needs to get out of this one first, so he needs to file the papers. The second choice he should take if he just wants as much peace as possible immediately, and that is to completely check out of the relationship. But let's not overlook the complete double standard here, because if that was a man speaking to his wife that way, the video would be gone, he would be put on blast, they would find out where he was working, where he lived, the cops would be called.
Can you please let me out my room, please? This is fucking ridiculous. Can you please let me out my room? Can you please let me out my room? Right now she's blocking me in my room. Excuse me.
Bro, no. Can you please hear me out? Like I'm.
What you
literally
mean,
talking, you're being
no?
disrespectful.
What do you
Get out
mean,
my
no?
face. You're doing
What do
the
you mean?
most
I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to put your stuff in us so you
you
can
finna be
leave.
with
I'm
another
like,
bitch is already set up when I wasn't
no,
cheating on you.
no, I'm not saying
Yes, you
none
are.
of that. I
See,
just
what
asked
you
you to
mean?
leave. I just
You wanna
asked
be
you
with
to
another bitch. Just
leave.
look at this person calling me to fucking make this shit right to tell you
I
that I'm
just
not
asked you to
cheating.
leave, bro. That's all I did. That's all I did.
It's set in stone that they don't want to be with me because I cheated with you. So
Can you just?
here they are. The police on the way. Bro, can you please hear this man out? I've been telling him to please leave me the fuck alone, bro.
What the fuck that nigga called the cops, bro?
Can you please hear them out, bro?
Man, can you move out the way, please? She's not letting me. She's not letting me leave the room right now.
Bro, I was not cheating on you with this man, bro. I swear to God, can you please just hear me out? Like, seriously.
Hey, man, I don't want to laugh, but this shit, man.
Because they're not even a part of, like, that. I didn't cheat on you. That's not weird. You went through my phone and I didn't cheat on you. I'm telling them to leave me the f alone. That's why it's weird. And they're steady calling back and calling back and calling back and calling back to let you know that that's not what the f is going on with your. So what are you tripping for?
Can you let me out, please?
Like, I'm not cheating on you, bro. Can you please just hear me out? You ready to I ain't there to you.
See, this is what she do. She won't even let.
I, 28 female, made a joke with my husband, 29 male, and it's costing me my marriage with a man I truly love. My husband and I have been married for 4 years now. I truly do love him. I can't see a life without him. I took some stupid advice from some of my girlfriends regarding a joke that they have done with their husbands. The joke is basically telling your partner that you want a divorce. I never wanted to do it and thought it was cruel to do, especially to someone you love. Stupidly, I did it last week, and my husband's reaction wasn't what I thought it would be. I honestly thought that he would try and talk to me or beg or make suggestions like my friends' partners had done, but he didn't. We had dinner and we were watching a movie when I told him, I'm not happy anymore, and I think we should get a divorce. He looked at me for a couple of seconds, and I swear, it looked like something broke in his eyes, came out with a bag, and walked out of the house without saying a word to me. I told him it was just a joke, but he basically just brushed me off and walked out.
Yep. You gotta know where you are in the relationship. These modern women, they take everything for, it's funny to joke around, but modern women take everything for a joke. Literally anything and everything, as long as they're okay with it, is on the table. It don't matter whether it's funny to the man or not. If it's funny to me, if we think, we gonna kiki about it, we gonna do it. We gonna do the joke. You have to know your husband and what his boundaries are. For those other brothers, that might work for them. That, they might, she's silly. That might work for them. But what they be doing in their relationship, you might not be able to do in your relationship. And I think she was like, I don't really want to do that. I don't know if my husband's going to go for that. You should have listened to your gut. See, that's the problem. Modern women I should have listened to my gut when this, he's a terrible man, this and that. And they'll go off about how the man was terrible and they should have listened to their gut. And, I listened to my gut and I left him in this, and this. You should have listened to your gut that time. And now look at where you're at.
The games are back. Pritze Pratzum. That was a good guess. Es tut mir leid. I took 4 years of German. Antiksi. Sounds pretty phonetic. Pardon? I speak a little bit of French. Scusi. I've been to Italy. Gomaiwaku o okaki shite moshiwaki gotsamisin. Nice guess. Math. I don't know this one. You're wrong. You're wrong. That wasn't my intention. I didn't mean to hurt you. Yeah, but I have a good heart. My heart was in the right place. You're wrong. You're wrong. I'm right. I didn't do anything wrong. Say you're sorry. Oh, nice. Pamanhin. Also a good guess. Lo siento. I've been to Spain. Okay, that was pretty good.
I am in love with two men at once, and I don't know what to do. I've never been so happy in my life. I'm in this, like, I get to pick. I make the rules now. I'm in love with both, and I'm not going to decide in the next 24 hours.
I'll decide for you. Guys, if you recognize this woman, just know she's not only dating you. So make your choice wisely. I hope having 3.3 million followers, at least one of the boys follows me and sees this, just so karma or justice could be served. Because just don't want anyone to get their heart broke here.
This woman look at this picture every day. You crying? Why are you crying?
First of all, it's the song. I was listening to Grateful by Hezekiah Walker. It's like,
Yes.
Where you at?
I caught mommy crying.
Mommy crying?
Mm-hmm.
look at this.
Okay, we're crying.
The picture of
He
us.
is very happy. It's like, look at this, and it's not just a picture of happiness. Like, I am genuinely happy. Yes.
You crying?
Yeah, mommy's crying, man.
Because you're happy?
Yeah. I'm so grateful for you guys, for real. Just you guys in general. I'm very grateful that you guys are my kids and that daddy's my husband.
2025. Why can't my car touch something? Why is it so bad that when my car taps something, the side caves in? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why aren't our best and brightest brains being put towards fixing that issue? You're telling me every time I tap another car in a parking lot, every time I back up into a wall or a pole or something of that nature, my entire car caves in and breaks. Why aren't they stronger? Why aren't they stronger? Why can't they touch things? Is this a stupid question? Like, so many things are so durable. Why can't cars be durable? Yes, this is coming from a girl who's put thousands of dollars into repairing her car after hitting things. Why don't they make cars out of the same stuff they make, like, planes out of? I don't know what planes are made out of, but I'm sure they're strong as fuck. I'm sure rocks in the sky are like, there's not rocks in the sky, but I'm sure things hit the planes. No, I'm sounding really stupid right now. I'm really smart.
We're not gonna make it, are we?
So here are a few ways that I've unintentionally insulted my wife in the past few months. So a couple days ago, she wanted to go to Starbucks, and I fought the urge to tell her we have coffee and a nice coffee maker at home. So I decided to avoid the argument. I'm just going to take her to Starbucks. We got there. She ordered her usual drink. When it was my turn to order, I told him I didn't want anything. And as we're driving home, she said, why wouldn't I order anything? And that I ruined it for her, and that she wasn't going to drink the drink that she ordered. I should have known that I should have just got coffee, even though I didn't want coffee. It was later in the day. I should know that, caffeine is a little bit more important than sleeping at night. Then we were hanging out the other night, and she wanted to spend some time together, so she suggested that we watch a movie. Now, she picked a movie that I've already seen 5 times, and she's attempted to see it 5 times, but she falls asleep before the beginning credits are even over. So I suggested to her, why don't we watch a movie that I haven't seen in case she falls asleep? That way I don't have to keep watching the same movie over and over. I should have known that was a mistake and that spending time with her is more important, and the movie we watched doesn't really matter. Lately, she's been talking about wanting to do a bathroom remodel at our home, and I told her that it probably wasn't in the budget right now. She's recently transitioning into being a stay-at-home mom, so the budget's a little bit tighter. So I told her maybe, in the future, we could do that. And I should have known that remodeling our bathroom is more important than paying the mortgage. So it's just something I got to work on. The other night, we went out on a date night. I took her out to a nice dinner. She ordered a glass of wine. I just got her water. I should have known that if she's drinking wine, I need to be drinking wine. If she's not drinking wine, I probably need to suggest that we need to drink wine. I don't know why I thought that I could do something that she wasn't doing because I didn't want to do it. That was stupid of me to even think that.
This one is so filled with rage.
If you're a woman and you hate feminism, then shut the fuck up like you would have to do without it. Shut the fuck
up and go get married at 20 and submit to your husband and have his children and stop posting online and stop going to college and stop wearing jeans and live your life without it and see what that life is like. Because I'm sick of you guys getting on here and saying that you're not feminist or that you hate feminism when you don't even know what privileges it has afforded you. It's like using your phone every single day and then saying that you hate electricity. Why do you keep talking? Like you guys are using feminism to complain about how you hate feminism. Shut the fuck up.
These women have swallowed that it is a privilege to do all of these things that ultimately make them miserable, and that it is slavery to do all of the things that are innately feminine, like having a baby and taking care of children and leaning on a man and getting married young. They've been told that that's a sign of weakness and enslavement.
I didn't actually hear your occupation because of all the pops.
All right, biomed tech to do art on the side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's me.
You trying to
what?
convince me? Why are you having so many new things?
New thing?
This chick, she's starting to get on my bad side. She wants to, for some reason, shame these young men for just trying to be nice to her. I don't know what this is, but I'm picking up on like this in her spirit, this straight up combativeness for no reason.
Hi, I'm Julianne. I'm 28 and I'm currently a grad student. Yeah.
There's no way all of them don't have IGs.
So unemployed.
What do you mean? He's just having a conversation with you. What are you talking about? Were you just trying to convince me? What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of new things?
Like your art.
Yeah, it's just on the side though.
Oh, she's a
mainly biomed tech for the most part. Yeah, it's just me.
Okay, now is she your type?
Not generally what I go for. She's really pretty though. It's just the main attraction for the most part, but beautiful. No.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Huh?
What did she say?
Not generally what I go for. She's really pretty though. It's just the main attraction for the most part, but beautiful. No.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Huh?
I'm actually Mexican.
She tricked me. Ooh, I thought she was she said, oh, I'm white, and then, oh, I'm just kidding. She tricked me. I thought that we found a cutie pie. She's a trickster. She's a trickster. Gentlemen, stay away from. She thinks that she's apparently a 10. So she has the propensity to try to embarrass you. This is the type of woman that is disrespectful to servers just because they're servers. She is the type of woman that is disrespectful to janitors just because that they're janitors. She is the type of woman that will leave the shopping cart in the middle of the parking lot after she goes to the supermarket. I hate those people with passion.
Women attack men when they're happy.
Women attack men when men are happy?
Mm-hmm.
So wait, why do women do that?
Because happiness and power comes together in a man's body, and the power is scary. Happy shows up here. It shows up here, big happy, goes down the arms and high five, smack on the butt, spike the ball. That's a big happy. This is also where you experience power. The power terrifies us, especially if we don't feel connected to you, because we're afraid you'll use it against us. If we feel connected to you, then we're happy you're happy. If we don't, it's scary. And so we have to diminish the power. So we will attack them when they're happy. They come home, they caught a big fish, or whatever it was they did. If it wasn't something that I did that gave you that feeling, then that's a problem.
You're more excited to go out with your friends.
It's supposed to make you happy.
Why do you seem so happy to go on a trip with your friends? You don't seem as happy to go on a trip with me.
Yeah.
You know, these modern women, they really think they were in bondage. They really think that they were in bondage, man. They really think, man, you know, before feminism and before, you know, the feminism movement, we were really in bondage. We were darn near slaves. You know, you might well put us back there with, might as well put us back there with Nat Turner. Might as well put us back there with Harriet Tubman. Because that's what we were. Forget them. Frederick Douglass. Forget all of them. We were there before Martin Luther King. That's how long we've been suffering. Forget all that. We were there. We were there when the first slave got on the ship. That's how long we've been slaves. That's how long we've never been free. We've never been free. modern women would do this type of stuff and have you thinking they've been oppressed for literal years. These modern women, man, shut up.
Smart women do not listen to men.
Really? Well, it's been my experience that truly intelligent people can recognize intelligence in others and know when their opinions are valid. They don't simply disregard someone's opinion based on their gender.
Because every time you have a conversation with a man, he's always going to go against you anyway. He's never going to agree with you.
Is that so?
Even if you said, like, Michael Jackson is the greatest artist in the world, he's going to say, no, he's not. He's going to disagree with you.
Goodness. Heaven forbid people have differing opinions on things.
So smart women do not listen to men. They are independent thinkers, and they do what they want, when they want, and they don't let men change their opinions on anything, okay? Because everything that they say is just going against what you say.
I'm going to say something that should be rather obvious, but unfortunately to a great many, it is not. Truly independent thinkers aren't easily swayed by another person's opinion, whether it agrees with theirs or it doesn't. However, if a person is truly independent in their thinking, they are not going to be persuaded to stop listening to an entire gender just because someone on the internet says so. What a truly wonderful idea. Just imagine the lessons that will be ingrained in those young minds that they will carry with them through the entirety of their lives. That instead of learning about being loved, nurtured, and accepted by their parents for who they are, they will instead get to learn firsthand, by the hands of the very ones who are supposed to love and protect them, all about the effects of sexism. I mean, what better lesson could they have to learn? But notwithstanding, they'll also be learning a great deal about resentment, as they will learn to resent each other for how they are treated based on their gender. But then they will also learn to resent anyone else who happens to be a different gender than they are, and carry that hostility with them. But as they learn and go through life, they will eventually learn why they also should resent their parents.
I hung up the plane at LAX with a dream my cardigan.
Okay, I have a question. So, women that make these types of posts and agree with them have never found a man useful. Tell me, how much of your life do you do completely on your own with no help at all from any man ever? Did you build your own house? Manufacture your own car? In fact, did you develop the majority of the technology that's currently used in the world today to actually make it the place that it is? Furthermore, who exactly protects your livelihood the way that it is so that you can have the freedom to actually express opinions like this? And when are the rest of you that think like this moving to a place all on your own so that can it be just women supporting women that feel this way about men? And let me know how that little adventure goes, because thus far from what I've seen, women usually need men at the end of the day, even if they don't like admitting it.
And have you ever noticed that every issue that predominantly affects men is self-inflicted?
And here we go again.
Men's loneliness issue, self-inflicted.
If someone dislikes men so much, why talk about them absolutely constantly?
Men deciding to themselves, self-inflicted.
Right. So their mental health problems are their own fault. Yeah, happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Men having lower custody rates of their children, self-inflicted once again.
Really? And how exactly would someone go about actually explaining that?
And despite these issues being self-inflicted, you still demand that women help you fix these issues. Women are not the root cause of men's issues, and it is entitled for you to act as if women need to help you fix the issues that you have going on in your own community.
I haven't heard a single man actually demand that women assist them with helping them. But asking for help entitlement? Well, that's a whole new level.
These men feel entitled to women's emotional labor and empathy whenever we're not getting the same in return.
There are some women out there that actually view empathy as something that is transactional. Gentlemen, you should avoid them.
And the reason that women demand that men give a f about our issues is because men are the root cause of women's issues.
How very convenient.
Men are the root cause behind against women, femicide, etc. And unfortunately, since this is being inflicted upon women by men, we cannot just fix that ourselves. We need men to also be advocating for and helping women stop these issues.
Well, if someone didn't have their heads firmly stuck in the sand, then they would realize how many men actually do advocate for this and support women's issues. However, I guess since they don't all post it on the internet, someone doesn't think they exist.
Your self-inflicted issues are not my battle to fight. You're a big boy, babe. Fight your battles yourself.
How very charming. But yes, gentlemen, there are actually women out there that really do care about you. Not all women are like that.
Why can't women be women anymore?
I wonder what they mean by that.
Why do you need a bank account? Why do you need a job? Why do you need friends?
Oh, that's what they're meaning. They're insinuating that in order for a woman to be a real woman, they need to be dependent on a man, subservient, if you will, with no independence whatsoever. This should be good.
Why don't you just find a good man who's going to take care of you, add a bunch of babies for him, and take care of the house?
Yes, there are still men that think like this. Terrifying, isn't it?
It's such an easy life. It requires no thought at all, so you don't have to pretend that you're smart.
It's always a sign of great intelligence when a person thinks that women are pretending to be smart. Yeah, they're not pretending, dearie.
And just stop trying to have your little ideas, quit reading, and just make a bunch of babies as the gods intended.
Oh dear. I can just imagine how many ladies are lining up for guys like this. Oh dearie. Someone certainly did try, didn't they? However, that video that this comment came from was on a man, so do try to get the gender right. But I do appreciate someone trying so hard. It really is quite cute. But speaking of someone who has their head lodged somewhere where it shouldn't be, it seems like this comment is the voice of experience speaking. But I don't do videos because of backlash. In fact, I enjoy backlash. I find it rather amusing that there's some individuals out there that think I'm actually going to change the style of my content because they don't like it. What an opinion one must have of oneself in order for that to be the case. But no, if someone would actually watch all of my videos, they would know I do videos on men as well as women. I just don't see as many problematic behaviors and opinions coming from men as I do from women. So there's that. But thanks indeed for not only getting the gender wrong, but also being egregiously incorrect in one's assumptions.
Yes, I have a question. I know, like, we've came really far with the women's right to vote and everything, women's rights, and we go backwards sometimes, and we go forwards. But my question is, why aren't we trying to take away men's right to vote?
Really? Well, it seems that some women out there actually think that it's a good idea to start taking rights away from men. And what exactly makes some of you think that that's a good idea, or for that matter, even remotely feasible? Because, as many are going to ask, who exactly is going to enforce that, I wonder? But I would like to point out that this essentially means that for some women in this world, the cycle of oppression has about come full circle. And for those who are not familiar with what the cycle of oppression is, it is, essentially, when the oppressed have come far enough to where they are in a position to become the oppressors themselves. Isn't that a bit ironic, that some women out there would actually want to take human rights away from an entire group of people simply because they're different from them? Now, how does that make you different from the men of the past? Right! That makes perfect sense. Only in a planet devoid of logic, but it does seem to me that there are a lot of individuals that live on such a planet. Because how much sense does it make to say that a person does not care about the well-being of their fellow human beings simply because they happen to be a different gender, and some members of that gender have done terrible things? How much sense does it make to blame the entire population for the actions of some? But that does seem to be a rather popular thing when it comes to men. Although, if you were to do the same thing to women, because as we all know, there are a great many women who have done terrible things and caused suffering for others, that would be considered sexist. But not in this case. Unfortunately, there are a lot of women that make despising men their entire personality. And it really shows, and I must say it's getting a bit old.
Parental rights are not a thing.
Who? Because the law says otherwise. Please see the following.
People who champion for parental rights are the same kind of people who barge into their children's rooms if the door is locked because it is their house, they pay for the door, they pay for the room.
So, as we have just read, it really seems that someone really doesn't understand the concept of parental rights.
These people do not care about children. They don't care about being able to care for their children.
See, this is what can happen when someone really doesn't understand exactly the subject matter in which they're talking about. Because they're referring to parents that do tend to invade their child's privacy, as every person does have a right to reasonable privacy. However, advocating for parental rights does not mean that you do not care about children or caring about those children.
They simply care about having dominion over what they view as property. They don't view children as people.
Unfortunately, there are some very misguided individuals that will actually believe this. But any person that actually understands what parental rights are knows how silly this is.
You know, you look at some of these women and they really are doing it with makeup, with, I remember one of those ladies, and I think she was talking about like smart women never listen to men and this is why. I mean, there's nothing to be commented on there. That's stupid. End of story. But, you know, you would think that with the attention to detail that they put into how they look, oh, I've got this ring for this, I've got this ring for that, and I've got 10 different rings on, and each one is special, and they can remember all of that, right? And then my makeup, and then my hair, and then, you know, the sheen and the oil, and I get a particular oil that I put on my body, and it makes me shine all over the place. If they had that much attention to detail on how to take care of themselves, why is it that you can't have that much attention to detail in order to take care of your man? I think that would, even half, even 25%, I think that would solve majority of your issues. The fact that a lot of modern women, they don't want to do anything, 0%. I don't want to do anything for a man. And you think somehow that a man is just going to be okay with continuing to provide, protect. Do y'all understand that y'all are literally asking a man to give his life for you, to sacrifice his life for you? And in return, he can't even get you to throw some laundry in an automatic washer, in an automatic dryer. He can't even get you to throw some chicken, cream of soup, and some onions and celery and some chicken broth in a crock pot, and then some rice in an Instant Pot, and let it cook for 10 minutes and let that cook for, 8 minutes. Walk off and watch Netflix. He can't even get you to do that. What?